Hey everyone, am I audible and visible to you all? Just give me a confirmation and then we'll proceed. All right. Okay, so Code Studio Lab setup is done. Like you guys can see the screen in your projector as well. Okay, once the setup is done, just give me the confirmation. We'll continue for the this session that is related to the prompt engineering. All right, so let's just start. I'm looking into my second screen, guys, everyone. I can see the strength is now 44. I was expecting around 60, but it's fine. We can start now. So I need one clearance from you all. Am I audible, visible, and my screen is also visible to you all? Then we can proceed with the introduction. And yep, we'll be deep diving towards the prompt engineering, the art of communicating with AI. Am I audible, guys? Just give me the confirmation. Okay, looks like had some problems. So, may I talk to technician or the teacher in the house? Anyone is there? I'm not able to hear any sound from their side. Guru Prasad. Okay, so am I audible, visible, and my screen is also visible to you? And also, you guys can see your screen, like my screen, your projector, like the Code Studio Lab. I can see it has joined. All is okay. Okay, cool. So now we can start. Okay, one more thing, Guru Prasad. I'm not sure whether you are a student or teacher. So I just want a confirmation. Is there any teacher like whom I can communicate in this classroom? No, no teacher, no technician. Okay, so cool. So let's start with the introduction and then we'll keep deep diving into this session. Okay, so my name is Sohit Kushwaha and currently I'm a software engineer at Amazon here in Bangalore office. So I will be your instructor for these 2 days of workshop. Basically, we can say workshop. Yep, it's a session, but workshop will be going into the practical things as well. So I will be your instructor for this 2 days workshop on prompt engineering. I have been taking a lot of sessions in your college, in your this code studio lab also, guys. So I am expecting some of you might be familiar. I'm not sure which batch you are, but if you are from 2027 or maybe 2028 batch, you might have seen me in your campus. Correct? So is there anyone who has already taken some lectures from me, guys? Okay, I can see Tamil Selvan is here. You was there, right, in my session, right, Tamil? I remember one name. I'm not sure whether you are the same guy or not, but looks like you are. Okay, can we start now, guys? Can we start now? Vishnu, Tamil Selvan, Deepika, Dhora, Sujita. Am I audible to you guys? Am I visible to you all? Or you guys are not able to interact with me? Hello? Okay, let me call Srimati ma'am once. Just give me a minute, guys, okay? All right, guys. So I got the confirmation. Everything looks fine. If there is something wrong, any one of you, like one student from your class, can text me if something is not correct. Okay, cool. So let's continue. As I introduced myself, some of you might be familiar with me, but
Okay.
it's fine. Let's just continue now. Yep. Hi. Hello,
Hi,
sir.
sir. This is great. So just a minute, sir. I'll just get a confirmation from each classes.
Cool. Sure. So now I'll continue.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
So
Thank
guys,
you.
good morning. So I hope from every batch you have joined. So just I want anyone from your batch to put your batch number. So that will be easy for us to track all the batches who joined or not. So I hope any one of you from the class should have joined in a laptop, correct? For Q&A. So please post your batch number with the venue. So you might have batch B, batch A, batch C with the venue number, correct? From TF 26, 27, 28, TF 5, 6, 7, and Code Studio. Please post the venue details. So any one of you join from your venue and post your venue details. Sound Guys, come on, make it fast. Don't waste time. Post your venue details in the chat box. So 26, 27. So right now you join no. So who's having the laptop? Okay, just a minute.
Sure, sure, sure. Just give me the confirmation to start.
So guys, until you're posting the message, we will not start the session. So please post the message. I want any one of you from your class to post it. So we got confirmation from 3 venues. So what about the other venues? See guys, you can use that laptop for any Q&A or for any interactions. The person who's having that laptop should respond to Sohit so that he can able to understand whether you are able to listening or not. If there is any problem that you're in your venue, please post it so that we can rectify it from our side. Is it clear? So without responding, we cannot able to move the session forward. So TF27, who's there? TF27, TF25, Code Studio. Okay, TF7 join. Okay, Shobhit, you can resume, Shobhit. So I'll check for the other venues and we'll make sure they're posting it. See, guys, use that laptop for any Q&A session. For any Q&A, you can post it. So TF25 join.
Sure, I'll continue now.
Okay. Thanks, Shobhit.
All right,
Thanks,
everyone.
Shobhit.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
thanks, thanks.
All right. So, all right, everyone. So, as I already informed, this is the 2 days of workshop for the prompt engineering. And this is basically art of communicating with AI. As we know, we are moving towards the AI era where everything, not everything, but at least almost everything can be done with the assistance of AI, right? So from the assistance of AI, where I'm talking, so we'll be taking use of AI to solve any real world challenges. And this is the new era. This is where we are entering, and AI is real. It's not like this is the technology that we are going to work with the future or we are going to replace. It's real now. It's happening now. I don't remember when I manually written the code. So I am working in a Amazon as a software engineer, but I don't remember when was the last time, like the last 6 year or 7 year, sorry, 6 month or 7 months, since long that time I have not written manual code. In fact, I have uses AI in my code writing, correct? So that's why the prompt engineering is very, very important for anything that you are going to do with the AI. So we are going to have a session related to the prompt engineering. So let's just start with this session. Cool. All right. So this I'll give you just a overview what we are going to do in this 2 days, what we are going to master it, how we are going to proceed with this 2 days of session, and 2 days means total 6 hours are going to be there. So today we have a 9:30 to 11:30, and then 1:30 to 2:30, and same going to be for tomorrow as well. So we are going to learn write high quality prompt. What does it mean by the prompt? When you use any of the AI in the open world, AI means I'm talking about the large language models. We'll talk about that also. What is large language model? But the tools like ChatGTP, Claude, or any tool that you use for any of your help, who knows better than you guys? I remember when I was taking sessions in your college, I was giving, hey, can you design this LLD or can you solve this a problem? You guys was just quickly jumping towards the ChatGTP and asking, hey, can do it for me, and then you were showing me as a homework, correct? So I remember you guys have done this. So you are the best example of using AIs. You have used, I have seen in the classroom myself. But whatever input you was giving, hey ChatGTP, can you design a LLD or HLD for the red bus? So whatever I have given, that was the prompt. The input to your any LLM model is called as a prompt. So what we are learning here, how to write high quality prompts. That's what we are learning over here. Craft precise prompt using proven frameworks and techniques. Yes, this prompt writing, the that we are giving, as a human, we have a very, very strong brain system that understand even if you do some mistakes, some writing or mispronunciation also. But being LLMs, they are not able to understand. If you mispronounce this, if you mistakenly done something, they will understand as a misword itself. Correct? So that's why it is very important to write very, very high and efficient and very effective prompts. That's what we are going to learn. So what we are going to learn? High quality prompt writing, then guide AI effectively. It's not about the writing only. Even you are giving directions to the AI. Ki, hey, I'm talking in these terms, not related to something else. Correct or not? Similarly, solve the engineering problems. Yes, we'll be learning few techniques that are there, like few sort prompting, zero soft prompting, RAG. I'll talk about the RAG, not will be learning in this classroom, but I'll tell you what RAG is, and then also something called a COT, that is a chain of thought. Cool. And in the next day of session, like tomorrow, we'll be talking about how to debug the code with the help of AI. So now we have a very, very large databases, large code bases, actually, not databases, and how to use AI effectively so that we can find the bugs and fix those bugs. Correct. So that's what we are learning into this one. So let's not jump directly towards the prompt engineering, what prompt engineering, but also to get the idea of what is AI. AI is not revolutionizing the things today only. Even the AI, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, which was like the 15 years, sorry, not 75 years old concept that we are learning today. So the AI or the LLM is just not right now they have born. No, the journey of this has started in during the 1950s around. So at that time there was something called the Turing test. What Turing test was, can machine think or not? This is the one of the concept that was done during that Turing test. You can search about this. So over there, what was happened during the Turing test? Actually, what happens? There was two things. One thing is they say I'm talking to someone, a human, and during the Turing, what they did, let's just say I am a person, and someone, let's just say Divakar from your classroom. He said there is another guy. So I am texting, I am chatting with the Divakar. Hey, how are you? And also the Divakar is responding. In between, let's just say I am chatting, but the Divakar has been replaced with a machine. And if I'm not able to detect whether I am still talking to the Divakar or Divakar left the chat, but in between someone else has came. So this was the first test that comes as a Turing test, Alan Turing test. And at that time, humans were not able to detect whether I'm talking to a machine or a human again. So this was the first test that happened in 1950s. Since there, the scientists and the people started about thinking whether the machine can do the work similar to the humans that we can do. Correct. So this is where AI getting started. Then there was this artificial conference that happens in Dartmouth, that is in 1950, 1956, then 1966 to 1980. There was a rule-based AI era, and also the AI winter came. AI winter means AI got a bit of basically down scale due to some less developments or some less funding or multiple reasons we can say, but some chatbot and all those things got started around 90s 98 1980s and 1966. During this era, the chatbot things started came out, and then from 1997 to 1912, during this time they started something called the machine learning and the deep learning aesthetical things that came into the picture. I remember when I did my first internship, that was in machine learning in 2020. So during 2020, I did my 6 month of internship in machine learning itself. So during that time, I remember we used to talk a lot about the machine learning, like the regression, like multiple algorithms were there, statistical machine learning models were there, deep learning model were there, open cbs were there to detect the videos and cameras and all those things. Multiple things were there. Even in deep learning, we talked about the convolutional network, neural networks, and multiple machine learning algorithms we talked over the random forest and all of those. So even I don't remember right now, but we was more into machine learning and the deep learning, not into AI era. Like this was a sub part of artificial intelligence itself. But over there, we were talking about the more into the mathematical terms, mathematical algorithms were there that we were using. Statistical algorithm was there, probability based algorithms were there that we were using. And then in 2017, something came as a transformer that was a part of deep learning is itself only. So what happens in 2017, the first paper come by a Google, that is something called the attention all you need. Attention all you need is basically, I'll tell you, talk about that part also. So what happens whenever we are talking about the AI or the deep models or machine learning models or the deep learning models, we used to feed a lot of data. First, we'll give a lot of, maybe it is organized data or not organized data, or we can say labeled data or not labeled data. We used to give that, hey, this is the image and this is the cat image, this is the dog image, and multiple image of dog, cats, mobile phones, and everything we used to feed to the models. And then later on, we give the new image, hey, can you detect what this image is having, whether this is a dog or cat or mobile. Then the model used to detect, hey, the probability is there 90%. Not, they were not giving the accurate answer, hey, this is 100% sure this is a cat or not. They were giving, hey, based on the data that I have, that the data has been, I have been trained on, based on those data, the 90% probability is there, this image is going to be a dog or this is going to be a cat, depending on the image that we used to do. I remember one project we did during that time. We had multiple deep fake images of Prime Minister Modi, and we was saying, hey, can you deep fake this image, multiple this image, and I created just 10 seconds of video just saying subscribe to my YouTube channel. In that internship, I we created this project, and this was one of the greatest project that we were saying. So even deepfakes, machine learning, everything were there around that time also. But in 2017, something revolutionary comes into the picture. That is something other. Attention is all you need. I haven't read this paper completely, but I have read some of the part of this one. Since this time, a LLM came or started into the picture. This GPT models came into the picture just because of this paper. That is called as attention is all you need. What it was actually, once you are feeding a lot of data to a model, that model need to keep into a context about everything. That is called as a attention all you need. Means every word is needed equal attention, equal representation to give more accurate results. That was all about this paper. So I'll say just search on attention all you need. You will find a paper by Google. You can read it out about the transformation realization and about this paper. Since this paper came, this is the base of all the LLM models. You talk about ChatGPT, you talk about the Claude, you talk about Gemini, Grok, or whatever model you're talking about. This is the single paper which is the base of any of the LLM or the AI tool that we are going to use into picture. Since there is started, and now we have a lot of big agentic models also there. Correct. Then from 2022 to 2025, this is the current year 2026. We had something called this is the age of LLMs where we was using chat gtp, GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, and AI becomes everyone's tools. Now we are able to use every day. Even if we got some task, I can do that task. I can do it my own. That even that situation also, even those situation, even those places I use, or every one of you used to ask chat GTP. Correct or not? Even I remember 2 days back, I was planning to have a trip on this weekend. Unfortunately, that is not possible. Then what I did, I was asking chat GTP itself, hey, can you create a 3 days of trip? This is going to be a weekend and I want to go 3 days of trip and nearby Bangalore. I don't want to travel more than 5 to 6 hours. So it created, hey, in this your journey, this is the top 10 project like Uti. You can go, go you can go Kurg, you can go Chikmagalur, you can go Wayanad, and multiple places it has given to me. So now even for the smallest thing, I know I can do it my own. I can do it my own. But still for the smallest things also, I'm using these models. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no? Right? So this is how AI is getting familiar with everyone and we are getting used to use these AI tools. So that's the importance. That is the very important task that we should be learning how to use AI effectively. Correct or not? That's what we are going to do in this classroom. So how modern AI was built? Basically, this modern AI. So basically, when I was talking about multiple things into the back end, ki, hey, this was there and 1960s this happened, 1980s this happens. At that time there were few things that were lacking. One thing were lacking, there was not massive written data. If you remember, you talk to your parents and you talk to your like grandparents, you will see there was not things that were digital. Majority of the things were running on the paper, that was running physically. There was no massive data at that time, so the data was lacking at that time. But now in this era of LLMs, we have a massive data to train the AI models. This was not possible previously because there was no digital data at all. Correct. So we have trillions of words from the books, website, code, research paper, multiple things that we have that we can give as a bunch to any AI model, and we can train the AI model with this massive data to get the responses, right? And then also there is one more thing, the GPU computation. Nowadays, we have very powerful GPUs, CPUs, and the computer. To run these AI model, a lot of power is needed, correct or not? Just think about it. We have a 4 GB or 8 GB of mobile. We cannot do much on these things. But if you have a very, very large computer, you can do a lot of computations. That computation is needed and now it is available. That's why these LLMs are possible. And this is also possible because of transformer architecture that I told you. Attention is all you need. Paper come. So self-attention mechanism came for long range text dependencies. So we got this architecture, we got GPU computation, we got massive data, we got self-supervised pre-training. Self-supervised pre-training means we can give a lot of data. That data is going to be classified by the model itself. Okay, hey, this looks like as an image, or this is the image of cat, this is the image of and other feed and multiple things we can do. And then there is something called a human in the loop. So human feedback is also there, so we can train the models. When the model is not correct, it recognizes something fault, we can give the correctness. Hey, this is not you was expecting, this is the something else, we can correct it. And we have scaling laws also, like the bigger model, more data, more emergent capabilities, like the reasoning, coding, math, and everything can be solved just because of we have a lot of data, train it, and the bigger model, the bigger response, the better response, the better reasoning, the better problem solving, that comes into the picture. That's how AI models are trained on and built on. So whatever model, the chat GP that you are expecting, the Claude model that you are using, expecting, that were getting trained for months of days of weeks to get the responses. So they were trying to download everything that is available into the internet, and they was giving to those AI model, hey, can you eat this? And after that, just give me the response. That is the idea is there. Nothing else is there. So basically, AI models are nothing. So let's just say I'm assuming this is my AI model. So this AI model was given a lot of data, a lot of data. It knows about whatever thing is available into the internet. Now it's feeding into its memory. Correct or not? Now, if you ask something unique question, let's just say, कि हम asking, hey, can you tell me any 5 places to visit this weekend nearby? So it knows, okay, it knows about like where you are living. You, of course, you need to provide first, okay, hey, I'm living in Bangalore. Otherwise, it will not be able to detect, okay, hey, which place you are talking about. I don't know. I have a data for each and every place, but which place I can give you? That's what the prompt engineering is called. That's what we are going to learn in now. So let's say I'm asking, hey, can you tell me 5 places to visit nearby me? It will not able to give you until I'll specify, hey, I am living nearby Bangalore or Coimbatore or nearby this SEC college. Correct or not? Sarishwar College of Engineering. So it will not be able to give until I specify it. Correct. So that's what we are going to learn in this one. So I told you the large language model that we are using nowadays that are called as a large language model. So how it is built, what it is actually inside. So it's nothing but it's just a neural network with the billions of parameter. You might be heard about, hey, this model is coming with the 78 billion parameters. This model is for 720 billion parameter, 1 million parameter, and multiple things you were had about that parameter. So parameter is nothing but it's just a variable actually. So what we did when we was trying to create those model, so there is something called a neural network. Hey, one input is given from here, one input is given from here. So the people from the AI and data science field, they know what I'm talking about because they have seen something called as a convolutional neural network. So that's what I'm talking about. That is a part of deep learning. So what we used to feed, we used to feed multiple things from here. One data will be coming from here, and we are giving multiple inputs from here. And this input become the part of next layers, everyone's input. So this kind of neural networks form actually. So we provide this kind of a data, and eventually, slowly and slowly, this neural networks become, so this is one input, right? If you search about the neural network, convolutional neural network, you will see this kind of a diagram actually. So this is a neural network I'm talking about. And the chain that I'm creating, these lines that I'm drawing, this is called as a actually parameters, we can say. This is the parameter. So this kind of a visual representation of convolution neural network comes into the picture. And now everything comes like here, right? You can say I am trying to put a raw data over here. Then it went through multiple layers of filtering, optimization, and all those things. Actually, this is nothing but over there we are trying to put some mathematical, logical explanation, logical formulas we try to implement, and at the end we get the output. You can think like that. I am giving a word, what I am giving, then I'm getting model, then I'm giving not like this. Even if I'll make it better, what time is it? I need to focus on the time also so that I'm on track. So let's just say over here, from here I'm just manually writing what, then I'm giving model, then I'm giving language. Oh, I'm not able to write here. So what I'm giving, then I'm language I'm giving, then I'm giving then is, then large. So suppose I'm giving this kind of a text right here as an input. From here, this text I given as an input from here, and the output I will be getting as a what is large language model. So this kind of a thing we can say. From here I will be getting some input, I will be feeding something from here, and out of the box over here I will be getting something as a outputs that is going to be as a combined one. So this is a technique of machine learning, not machine learning, technique of deep learning actually. So this is how it looks like. So it's nothing but it's just a neural networks. Cool. So what your large language model contains multiple millions of billions of parameterized neural network is there. On the basis of that neural network, they are able to take the decisions. Cool. So this is one thing trained on internet scale text data. I told you, they have get everything, whatever available in the net, just they have downloaded it and given, divided into chunks and chunks, and given to those AI models, and based on those things, they are trained on. Then predict the most probable next token. They do nothing actually. They just try to say what to choose after each. Like I told you, there was a chunks of word. The basically multiple list of word is available in a box. I'm choosing one by one a box. Like first, let's just say this was a clumsy word. Okay, I am having single word at a time. There is no meaning at all. I am having a list of multiple words. I'm just choosing is first what will be coming, then is will be coming, then a will be coming, and then a will large will be coming, and then the language will be coming, and then the model will be coming. So it makes sense now what large language model is, right? So that's what they are doing. They have a lot of data, they have a lot of word available into their own. They just try to predict what to choose after the next word. They choose first word, then the second word, then the third word, and they keep going. Nothing else. No real understanding of the pattern, and nothing is there. They just understand, they just try to predict what will be coming after one word at once. Nothing else they try to do. Just try to predict what you are thinking of, what you are saying, what next word will be coming. That's all. So, okay, so no real understanding and pattern. And then context window, it's working memory 4K to 20K token. So I'll tell you what is context memory actually. They can take around 400, like 4,000 up to 2 lakhs of word at once. They can remember those things. That is called as a context window, we can say. Then is called is scholastic. Same prompt can give different output. That is also even possible. Sometime you ask, hey, how are you? It will get, hey, I'm fine, I'm good, doing good. Next time you will ask, hey, I'm doing good, can you tell me about yourself? And multiple times, because they just try to predict, nothing else, right? So prediction every time can be different also. Let's say I'm trying to I'm trying to flip a coin. So there is a possibility it will come head or a tail. So sometime it will come tail, sometime it will come head. Similarly, if you ask the same question again and again, AI model is also under the hood using mathematical, logical reasoning and statistical things and probabilistic things only. So it can give you the different responses also. Even that can be handled. If I'm giving the same question, the output should be also the same. That can be handled something of the temperature into the model. I'll talk about that as well. And when we'll talk about the advanced prompt engineering over there, I'll talk about that as well. So now key insight of the prompt, AI generate based on the pattern you prompt activates, right? So the way I will be questioning, the similar output will be getting. The better I will be having a question clarify, the better output is going to be there. Better prompt activate, better pattern, and better output. Same question, different prompt, there are different quality answers. Of course it is also possible. It's just nothing but pronunciation. There is one more term going on, something called the hallucination also. Hallucination means it just guess it, not even, let's just say I'm saying, hey, can you tell me about something? So it just guessed it, not giving based on your data. That is called as a hallucination. We'll talk about that as well. So next we'll talk about now settings you should know about, like you should know into the prompt engineering. So I told you something called as a temperature is there. From the temperature we can set for the same question, actually you have to go get same response, or every time you have to get the different response. So basically the idea is the temperature value we can set into the LM settings. When you use ChatGPT or something, go to the settings and over there somewhere you will find something called the temperature. So you can set the temperature 0 to 2. From 0 to 2, it's a decimal point value. So if you put 0, it will always give you same response for the same question. It will generate exact same response, but it will not give you it if you put around like 0.0 to 3. It will be always factual, whatever the facts is there it will give the same. It will be deterministic, what you are expecting or whatever prompt it gives one second time also it will be the output again and again same. And then if you give like from 0.7 to 1.5, it will be more creative. Every time it will try to generate different creative response, different type of output it is going to generate. So we can control something called the temperature. Now you know what does it mean with the temperature. It means if I want to the same output or a different output, I want to model to be behave like a creative. Hey, just think like something creative and comes with that answer. There is something called the top 5. So nucleus sampling that we can say. So basically what happens, I told you, when I'm asking something, so just try to generate what will be the next word, what will be the next word out of available multiple billions of number of word. Out of those words, actually out of the word of dictionaries, it just choose what to fit here, what to fit here, and what to fit into the next place. So we can say if I'm putting stop p as 0%, it just try to fetch whoever is whoever is top 10% matching word that should be here. It will look for only top 10% word. If I'll put 0.9%, it will look for 90% word. So basically I can narrow down the capability or the probability of choosing the tokens, choosing the words to either 10% or 90% or what. So this is alternative way to control the temperature. The way we had a control on the temperature, it's a similar actually top P also. So top P also we can have from 0 to 1. It's a decimal point value. So you can go 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 3, and to 9 or 1 exactly. So this is what we can do. Then there's something called the max token. So basically token is nothing but whatever response you, whatever input you are writing, hey, can you tell me about how are you? Let's just say I'm asking ILM, how are you? So how are you is an input token. Whatever I'm giving or whatever I'm asking the question, that is the input token. Whatever I'm getting is a output from the model, that is the output token. So we can decide also that, hey, how many maximum token you have to generate, maximum response, which is the way we limit it. Hey, can you write a letter to my college to reduce my fee, says I'm not earning and having some financial problems? So you can write a essay to your college, right? So similarly, what we can say, we can limit it. Hey, whenever writing a letter or essay to my college, just limit it to 100 words only. That is called as a max token. So that we can fit into the model's setting as well. No more than this one. Why this is helpful actually? So when these AI models generate the output, they take a lot of time, they think, and they generate bigger responses. What happens when you have a bigger responses, a lot of tokens are coming out. Based on the tokens, your costing is going to be predicted, right? How much cost you have to pay. So we generally used to fit it. Hey, next time when you are generating the output, not more than 500 words, so that we can limit it. If it is giving more than 500 words, it will cost me more also, right? So to stop those things, not charging a lot, when your work is expected limited responses, just fix those token. That is something is there. And this is something also stop sequences, when to stop the AI. Basically this is something like we try to find to in the model. Okay, hey, I want temperature should be this, top case should be this, maximum 500 tokens you have to use, not more than that for a single response. And when to stop, this is the situation to stop. That is what we can control. So these are the settings that you can try out in the chat gdp. By the way, I'll share this slide with you all, don't worry about this. So I'll suggest everyone, when next time using chat gtp, look into the settings, use these values like top p, this temperature, max token, and experiment with the same question again and again, and see the output with different value of temperature, top p, and max token. Cool. So what is a prompt engineering? It is most important skill in this AI era. So look, people are keep saying even the software industry is one of the like industry which is getting impacted a lot by AI. You might have seen a lot of news like Amazon is firing, Google is firing, Meta is firing, like multiple companies are firing the people. Why they are firing? Because they are expecting it, like whatever work we was used to do earlier without like AI, if I needed 100 people to do that, now at least with the help of AI, those 100 people can do more work. It means, in another terms, I can say whatever work we used to do earlier with the 100 people now can be achieved with the same work with the help of AI within the 70 people. Means I don't need 30 those people, correct or not? So now people are trying to find out those 30 people, and they are trying to cut the cost because every month they have to pay the salary. So now they can say, okay, whatever we are paying the salary to 30 people, let's just fire them and get the 1/10 cost. Means just pay a bit amount to the AI models and use AI models and use less number of humans, right? So that's whom we are going to keep it. Who will be those 70 people that will be there still in company, who are having good prompt engineering, who are having really this skill into their tool bucket. Yes on everyone. So I can see, let's just say you have to create application tomorrow. You can say, okay, hey, I want to create a chatting application similar to the WhatsApp. Can you create? So ChatGPT will create, but a person who can specify, hey, can you consider yourself as a senior software developer? You are working as a senior software developer, and the task is you have to create a chat gtp, you have to create a WhatsApp similar like a app where there should be a feature for video calling, audio calling, one-to-one chatting, group chatting, and multiple feature you can specify. Then you can say, I want to deploy in AWS, I want to use this tool, I want to code in Java language, the front end should be in React, and multiple things that you can specify. And then whatever app will be created, that will be the best app. Yes, on everyone, that you can see that you can even nowadays you guys can feel ki, yes, if we are giving this kind of a response, this kind of a prompt to the chat gtp, it generates better output. And this is a skill. Yes, this is a skill. So this is going to be the new skill of AI era, and most important skill of the AI era. Yes or no, everyone? So if someone who is there, who is good in prompt engineering, who is good in understanding how AI generate response, who is good in good in using the AI tools and getting the best output or the high quality output, that guy will get the job. Other people are going to lose the job. That's why prompt engineering is very important and you need to focus here. Clear, everyone? So, prompt engineering is the art and the science of design the input for AI. As I told you, whatever input you give, the better input, the better output. That's the idea is. Correct or not, even? And this is the new skill. So, system to get precise, high quality, and reliable output consistently. That is called as a prompt engineering, nothing else. So whatever you're thinking you want to do, whatever your intent is, just craft as a prompt, process it. AI is going to give you quality output. With the help of better prompt engineering, you can boost your productivity up to 10x, even more than that. And 80% of your output or the work AI is going to done, or whatever task it is going to complete, whether it is going to complete it or not, it depends upon the way, the prompt that you are going to give to the AI model. And this is in demand skill. Even right now, some of the companies are just started hiring with the name of prompt engineering. Nothing else is needed. Just you should be good at prompt engineering. Even though I have seen websites, places where prompt are getting sale, means it's kind of a physical asset now. It's not a skill anymore. You can create the best prompt and bundle it and sell it to the peoples. I have seen skills like let's just say you are good at designing, so you know how to design, and you know also how to ask ChatGPT to create a best photo. Yes or no, or edit the best photo. So what you can do, you can create your prompt and then sell it to the other designers also. Hey, you are manually designing the designs right now. No, it's not anymore. Use the AI tools and use this prompt I have generated. I have tested it. Use this prompt. Give me $1,000. I'll give you this prompt. This is what is going to happen in the future, even happening right now. That's why the prompt engineering is very important. It's just like another skill. Why prompt engineering matters? It matters so that you can create the difference whether the AI is useless or AI is the magic. Just think about this. There is a difference. AI is useless or AI is a magic. The difference in between is the best prompt. Correct or not? So without the prompt engineering, you can just say generic, and the surface level response you can generate, it hallucinates or wrong, it gives you wrong information, it build the wrong applications, it build the application which has a lot of bugs and all those things, incomplete, unstructured answer, not a proper way of answering, wrong approach to the problems, it gives the wrong approach, not a even correct solution, even though endless back and forth corrections. AI feels unreliable and looks like AI is dumb. It is not working. No, AI is good. AI is working. You are not having something of the prompt engineering, so you are not able to generate the responses, the answers that was matters. Clear, everyone? Clear, right? So with prompt engineering, you can become an expert, or you can get the expert level knowledge from the this GPT models. You can detailed output, you can get output in the way you want it, whether you want it in a text or a readme file or in a JSON format or any format or whatever. Verified and structured information you will be getting. Optimized solution for the first try. Uh, on the first try even, step by step reasoning is also included. Massive time saving from hours of just trying, hit and trying, hey, can you do this for me, and so on. Even that can be done in within the minutes, and AI become 10x 10x superpower to you. It gives you 10x superpower to you, and you generate the better output, better result, and you had a better business. You are making money, you are having a job. That's the idea. That's the prompt engineering. That is the important. What will be the future of prompt engineering? Of course, I'm going to talk about what is prompt engineering. I'm talking also in the meantime, I have to explain why you should be learning, why it is important, why it matters, right? Yes or no, everyone? So that's what I am setting up the ground so that we can start. So AI agent and autonomous systems we can design with the help of prompt engineering itself, design instruction set for AI and multiple steps workflows. We can set those things with the help of that. We can get a high career, like high paying career itself. AI engineers or the prompt engineers are getting paid a lot. And now, wherever AI is going to use, for sure, prompt engineering is going to be there. Correct or not, everyone? And now I told you, nowadays people are selling their prompts even. The way I told you, let's just say you are really good in design and you are able to generate better output with the help of ChatGPT and you have a good prompt, give it to other designers, give it to the other coders and make money from them. That is called as a prompt marketplace place, and you can sell that also. The skill you learn today will define your career into the next decade. So I'm telling you right now, prompt engineering is the best thing that you can do. Prompt engineering, you can learn it from this kind of a session that I'm taking. One session I'll tell you about. I'll share a few resources. I'll share this slide also. And also you have to keep practicing. You have to keep trying. If I'm giving a different input, how I'm getting the output, and you can build those skills with you. Yes or no? Anatomy of prompt engineering. There is four essential element of prompt. Whenever you're giving the prompt, there are four very, very important part into that. What does it mean by an important part? When you are asking, hey, ChatGPT, can you do this for me? Don't do this. Don't ask bluntly, hey, can you do this for me? No, specify. We need to specify. How we can specify? Put the instruction. Classify the following text as a positive or negative. This is instruction. Hey, can you create an application for me? Let's just say I am trying to build a website. Can you create a website for me? This is instruction. Just a simple. Can you create a website for me? This is not even enough. We have to include few more things. Context. Give the context about it. Give the background. I want to create a website, but about what? I want to create a website which is related to my college, where there will be uh, news portal, there will be learning management system for the student, attendance management system for the teachers so that they can attend, take the attendance and multiple things. So give the context actually what you're building, what your thought, what exactly you wanted. That is called a context. I'll show you with the help of example also. Then you can give some sample input. Hey, this is one website that I have created, similar that I wanted to create, right? And then output indicator, which type of output you wanted. You wanted HTML, CSS code, you wanted just instructions, or what you exactly wanted. You wanted in React, you wanted in HTML, CSS, or in what? Correct? So these four things are there. First, give the instruction, then context, give some input data also to give example to the AI to understand what exactly you wanted, and then the output indicator. Okay, hey, which format output I wanted, whether I wanted in JSON, just in 2 word or 1 word or whatever it is there. Clear, everyone? So not all these four are always needed, but the more you include, the more precise the output is going to be there. Clear, everyone? So that is the idea of prompt engineering. Okay, so cool. Let's move towards the next thing. How AI understand the prompt actually. So we are able to get what we have to do, what we have to include, what is the instruction, what is the prompt, and all those things. But how AI try to understand this. Like we as a human, let's just say I'm talking in English, you are listening it, then you're processing it, and then you're trying to understand the meaning of each and every single word what I'm trying to say. Yes or no? Let's just say I'm saying, hey, can you come here? Then you try to say, hey, he's asking me to come into his place, let's just say. So you first process is whether I have to go or not, what should I respond? You do the processing, you do understand. Same when if whenever you give prompt to the AI also try to understand. AI also tries to understand what you are saying. It looks for what is the context for me, what is the instruction for me, what sample input I am having, which type of output I have to generate. AI also try to understand and then only gives the output to you also. Clear everyone? Clear now? Okay, cool. So context driven, always give more context to it. Give the idea about it. Give the background about what you are trying to do. That is called as a context. If you're building a software or if you're trying to build a website, ask your duty, hey, assume yourself as a experienced software developer and you have to build a website for a doctor appointment booking system where multiple doctors can come, say, give all those details. Okay, what are the features you wanted, what will be the sign up way, whether it could be a login with Gmail based or OTP based from phone number, or what is the form you're going to give every detail. That is called the context. That is context driven. That context first try to understand AI. Hey, what is the idea? What we are building? Correct? Right, everyone? And then ambiguity and the big output. So if you not specify these things, it is going to be a generic answer, vague answers, not a specific answer. Details enable reasoning. When you give details, it enable reasoning to the model. Ki, hey, now I have to do properly, step by step, and everything should be correct. Then constant equals to focus. Adding boundaries, limitation, and irrelevant solution and procedure targets to the answer. So basically, you have to give, hey, this is the input, this is how I wanted the output, this is the context, this is your task. If you specify, your AI is going to give you the best output. So look, here is an example of which is the best output and which is the worst way to do it. You can simply say, hey, can you solve this problem? Which problem to solve? How to solve is what to do. You cannot say, right or not. It can understand that I have to solve some real world problem or in Java maybe or in something else. This is a big prompt. No role is given, no context is given, no constraint is given, no output format is given. AI is going to guess everything, what to do, how to do, and everything is going to be guessed by AI itself. This is not a good idea. This is a good prompt, right? Just give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call. All right, guys. So I am back again. So look, this prompt solve this problem. That's all. Nothing is specified. What problem is, what problem to solve, how to solve, what exactly assume. Everything is AI is going to guess. So of course the output is not going to be good. The answer is not going to be, and you will feel like AI is useless. Yes or no? But you are going to specify, hey, you are an expert of competitive programmer. You are expert of a competitive programmer. Solve in C++ using most optimized approach. Solve this problem using most optimized approach. The constraints are n less than equals to 10 to the power 6. Basically, n square will give the TLE. N log n will be a fine if you have solved the DSA problem. Looking into the n, you know what does it mean by this, right? Then return intuition. Give me the intuition. Give me which algorithm you have used. Give me the complexity proof, whether the complexity is less than n square or not. Edge cases, whether you have handled or not. Clean code I wanted and the dry run I wanted. If you put in this way and put up solve problem over there, like give the lead code problem and give this kind of a way, you will get the code in C++ based optimize approach, and everything is explained. Yes or no? If you give, hey, can you solve this problem, it is going to solve in by default Python language and all. But if you specify like this, you will get the best output. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. So this is called the prompt engineering. This is what we have to use. Now there is one more. So there are 6 components actually into the AI that you can use. There were 4 things that I told you, very important things. Like one is basically give the instruction, then give the context, then give the output indicator. This is input data. So this is kind of anatomy where you have to specify these things to get it. But if I more specify those things, like these 6 components that I'm going to talk, that will be the best in the stage. So remember these 6 prompt, that is very, very important. That's these 6 component that is very, very important to generate the best output. Correct or not? So remember this. I'll give you the trick at the end also. But remember, one is role. Always assign the role. Whenever you are giving task to a AI model, assign the role. Hey, you are a software developer, consider yourself as a software developer. Hey, you are a chef, so consider yourself as a chef and tell me a recipe to create, let's say, garlic bread at home. Yes or no? So assign the role to your AI model. Don't directly say, hey, can you help me with this algorithm? Say you are a Google L6 engineer who is specialized in graph algorithm and has coached ICPC teams for the 5 year. Think like this. Think about it, what I have to specify. Even this PPT that we are learning here is generated by the AI assistants. So I got a PDF where I have to specify these are the things I have to create. Then I was creating, okay, what are the things I have to cover in the classroom? What should be the steps and everything? I given those things. Then this file got generated by AI itself. That's where I'm teaching it. So think about it, right or not? So I given the AI, hey, you are the professor of a college where this is going to be happen. So I assign the role. That's how I got the best output. Clear, everyone? So this is the idea. So make sure the component one is, what is the first component? Role assignment. Assign the role. Give so that it think like an expert. Correct? So this is one thing. You are a senior software reliability engineer who has debugged thousands of production incidents. You are a performance engineer who has reduced the latency by 10x at AWS. You are a principal architect, design system serving 1 billion plus users. Think like this. When you are creating a next time application, assign the role to your chat GTP prompt or any model that you are using. Context. Component number 2. Component number one is role. You have to assign the role. Component number 2 is clear objective. Whatever you wanted, be specific what I wanted. Help me solve this problem. No. Fix this code. No. Make it better. No. Don't say this. Say, find the MST for this weighted undirected graph using Kruskal algorithm. Now, component has to think into that part only where I have to use Kruskal algorithm, and this is graph problem. If you say, can you think? It will already think about that. Okay, will it be a graph problem or a tree problem? Which algorithm to use, whether the Kruskal or the Prince, or which one to use and all. And it will give you at the end maybe wrong answer. Clear, everyone? Clear? It might give you the wrong answer. That's why what we have to do, clear objective. What you wanted, just be specific so that AI cannot assume its own or misassume its own. Correct? The formula to build component is going to be what you wanted, action, how, what method, and why. Like basically what will be the expected outcome. This is how you can generate the next component. Assign the role and then be clear in the objective. When you're assigning the objective, make sure you have included what, how, and why. Clear? Don't worry, I'll show you with the example also. One by one, I'll show you with the help of example as well. Next component is constraint. Limitations. Give the limitations. What are the constraints are there? Hey, the time complexity must be n log n or the better. Don't give me any square solution, but because that is not going to be expected, right? Space, use one O of one extra space, not more than that. No extra space is needed. Handle the edge cases. Negative constraint, do not use brute force. Correct? So this is the idea. These are not a good thing, but specify this way, these are the good things. So give the constraint to it. So the first component was role, assign the role. Second component, objective, be direct, be specific. Third thing is constant, give the constant, what limitations are there, what you wanted exactly to be limit out. Yes or no? That is constraint. Next component is structured output. In which format you wanted the output? Output, the way we say, hey, write the code in Java. So you are expecting Java code, not Python, not JavaScript, not C++. That's the idea is there. Format your why, intuition, algorithm, complexity, code, dry run, edge cases. I wanted these things in this format. First, you have to explain what was the institution for this solution, what algorithm you have used, what is the time velocity. Then give me the code, clean and concise in Java or whatever form you wanted. Then give me the dry run example and tell me about the edge cases. What edge cases can break and what you have fixed it. Yes, everyone. This is how you can give a structured output component as well. So this was the fourth component. Fifth part component, force reasoning. There is some concept called a chain of thought. So you remember there are some problems like which is getting asked in UPSC and banking exam. Okay, suppose your brothers, sisters, let's say grandmother is having four sons. One's name is Ramesh, second name is Suresh, and what will be the name of third guy? There's a relationship kind of a questions were there, right? If you give this kind of a question or a question, let's just say I was having 100 rupees, and out of those 100 rupees I bought curd for 30 rupees. I bought, let's just say, mango for 40 rupees. And I was having, let's just say, five more in my pocket. And then I bought for 10 rupees something else. After that, can you tell me how much there should be in my, basically, in my pocket? So at the end, the AI is not necessary. It will give you the correct result. Why? Because AI get confused. Hey, what you was having, how much you was having total, and where you have spent it, right? You need to correct it. First, you was having 100, and then 5 also. You didn't specify in the first only, but later on you said, hey, 5 earlier I was having in my pocket, so for 10 rupees I bought this. So you need to think like, okay, initially you was having 105, then for curd rupees for 30, mango for rupees 40, and then something is for rupees 10, and this is what is spending, and this is how I'm left with. So if this doesn't happen, if you specify in a vague way, it will not give you the correct answer. Even in the starting, like since 1 year back, if you used to this kind of a question, always and always it was there, you was getting a wrong answer. But now, thanks to the chain of thought, COT, chain of thought, because of this technique, the accuracy has been increased. What happens on this one? It just thinks step by step. It just create the chain of the thoughts, whatever thoughts are there. And then it generate, okay, 105 you are having, 30 you spend it for the curry, you mean left with a 70. Now, 40 you spend it for the mango, so you are left with 30 rupees now, 70 you got to spend. Now you're saying 5 earlier I was having again. So you will add 5. So now you are having 35. Now you will say 10 rupees more spent for a, let's just say, cookies or something. So now 10 more got expended. So out of 35, 10 more got expended. So now I'm left with the 25. At the end, your AI model is going to give you correct answer, correct result. Ki, hey, this is something step by step I thought. So if you add like, hey, think step by step before giving any answer, or can you explain reasoning before writing the code, or can you compare the last three approaches, explain why work and why fail? If this kind of a prompt you are giving to your model, then it triggers something called as chain of thought. Now model think step by step in a chain so that it's going to generate a proper response. This, if this kind of prompt is there in your prompt, it means you are telling the model, ki, hey, include chain of thought, means give me correct response properly. Prove me why brute force won't work with the concrete example. What assumption you are making, they are valid. If this kind of prompt you are looking, then will give you correct answer. Even there is a one question, even AI model nowadays also is still giving you wrong answer. I'll tell you one question. Ask any Claude or ChatGPT or someone, ki, hey, I have a car and I wanted that car to be get washed. Let's just say you are wanted to go car wash. Let's say car garage or something. Your car is not correct. You can say, hey, I have a car. My car, I need to go to car wash, and car wash is nearer to like my location, let's just say 100 meter away from your home. And ask, should I go through car or should I walk? The model is always going to give you, hey, the hence the car wash is nearer to your home, just 100 meter, you should walk, not go by car. Just use this question. I'm giving you, models are still giving you wrong answer for this. In fact, let me show you in front of you. Let me go to the chatgdp.com and I will say, hey, why I'm not able to, I, there is a car was near to my home, just 100 meter away. Should I walk or drive? So the idea is, look guys, look, even the car is 100 meter or 50 meter. If I want to get the car washed, I need to drive and get the car there. Then only car can be washed, yes or no? You guys tell me. Correct? So if I'm asking question, hey, ChatGPT, can you tell me if there is a car wash nearer to my house, which is just 100 meter away, now I should walk or I should drive? It will always gonna say you should walk. But the idea is I should not walk. If I'm going to walk there, I'll go there. Who is going to wash my car? How my car is going to wash if the car is at home only? Yes or no, everyone? Even this is going to give you, you should walk now. Walking is usual better choice. Can you see? Now I'm going to say, hey, if I am going to walk, then how my car is going to get washed if car is at home only? In that case, you should definitely drive. Yes or no? Yes, everyone. Give me a thumbs up. Right? Yes. Correct. So nowadays, even these AI models are giving wrong answers to some of the things. He's saying, hey, the car wash is near just Sunday. Why it has given, by the way? Because I haven't specified over there, I wanted my car to get washed. Yes or no? If I would have been specified, would have been given a proper prompt, a perfect prompt. Hey, there is a car at my home. I want my car to be get washed, and the car wash is just 100 meter nearer to my house. Hey, hey everyone. So I lost my internet connection. So I got disconnected. But this is the idea. Cool. So let me share my screen again and then we can jump towards this. Okay, just give me the confirmation again once my screen is visible and I'm audible and visible to you all. Tell me whether my screen is visible or not. Okay, cool. So I hope my screen is visible. So you got the idea, right? Yes or no? So if I'm giving you properly everything, proper prompt, it is going to give me the accurate result. If I'm not going to give, if it is not going to give you, even in front of you only, I have given the example with in the chat GTP. Even nowadays, chat this kind of models are giving a wrong answer if you're not giving the correct prompt. So the sixth is iterative redefine. So what happens? You give a prompt that you think of, "Okay, this is the best prompt," and then whatever result outcome it came, or you can ask, hey, can generate this prompt itself or reiterate this prompt, and then make with the help of repetition, make that prompt better and better with the help of repetitions also. So if something it misses into the next time, make it to include that also. That is called as a iterative refinement. What happens? You have the skill, you have a most important thing, you return the prompt, analyzes it, refine it, and then repeat it. So you just create a prompt, give it to the chat GTP, it will generate something, then reiterate it. Hey, now can you do this? Can you do this? So a step by step process. This is the six component. I told you about total there are six component. So these are the six component that we've talked about. The first component is going to be a role. Assign the role in your first step to your AI model. Hey, consider yourself as an expert software developer or senior software engineer or something like that. Yes or no? So this is one thing. Assign the role. The second thing is basically, let's say, call it a clear objective. Objective should be clear. What task you wanted, that should be clear. Exact to the point, what you wanted. Cool. Next, what we can say? The next is constraint. The constraint means what constraints are there, what limitations are there. Okay, whatever response you are generating, that should be n log n or better, not more than that. Space, it should be O of 1, O of n, or whatever limits are there. Then structured output. Okay, which format output I wanted? I wanted the institution first, then algorithm, then complexity code, and the code should be in Java or whatever you want to specify. The structure output, it should be there. Cool. Then we have a force Reasoning, chain of thought, I told you chain of thought, it should be there so that it just give you step by step proper thing and correct answer, not a wrong answer. And then iterative redefine. Just give one time, and then if something misses, again put it there. That is called it. So basically, that is which we use a lot. Like I used to use a lot of this kind of. So first I tell, okay, hey, can you this much? Once that much of task is done, I say, okay, in this task, can you modify this part again? So what happens? You given, hey, can you create this website with the help of this, that on, and after later then you can say, okay, hey, now I wanted this correct color to be in green, and then this font style should be in something, let's just say Roman and all. So you can specify. That is called as a redefining or the reiterative refinement. Cool. So advanced prompting technique are there that I told you, chain of thought that we talked about already. Then there's something called zero shot prompting, few shot prompting, self consistency, that is called as a generate multiple solution, pick the most common one, that is a self consistency. Then tree of thought, similar we had chain of thoughts. So just think step by step what happens. Sometime there are 4 or 5 options. Okay, hey, this is one or more option, this is another option, and 3 options are there, which one to go? So we can say choose all those 3 and give me the best one which is giving the best result. That is called as a tree of thought. Then there's something of the react, basically reasoning plus acting, basically. So that is called the reacting, think, act, and observe, and the repeat. Cool. So this is the idea about this one. So what is the zero shot prompting and fifth shot prompting? Basically, we can say example prompting. So what happens? Zero shot prompting means you are not giving the example. Okay, hey, do this, and this is an example, this is how I have done. So if you're giving the example, that is called the few shot learning. If you're not giving any example, that is called as a zero shot learning. So classify this text as a positive or negative, and the sentiment. The movie was terrible. Movie was terrible is a negative only, correct or not? So this is, we haven't given the example over here. So this is called as a zero shot prompting. There's a few shot prompting means great product is a positive response, it broke immediately, negative response. You are giving example, hey, this type of sentences will be positive, this type of sentences will be negative, and then you can say now classify which this movie was terrible, it is going to be classified as a negative, correct or not? So I given some example. That's why the if there is an example, that is few shot prompting. If there is no example, zero shot prompting. Cool. This is the idea. Zero prompting fails, try few shot with 3 4 example, works 90% of the time. This is the idea. Even if I'll say if this is a negative, this is a positive, this is neutral, if I'll reverse it and then ask the question, then it will give you the reverse answer as well. What does it mean by, if I'm going to say good product is a negative feedback, it broke immediately is a positive feedback, it arrived on time is a neutral feedback, if I'm going to ask the movie was terrible, then it will give the okay, this was a positive because it broke, I said it is positive. So it will give in that kind of way. That's the example of few prompting and zero prompting. Chain of thought and the tree of thought. I told you guys what is the 2 things are there. So chain of thought, we know we can include think step by step. Like you can say Roger has 5 balls, buys 2 cans, and out of 3 total, can you give me the total? So we can and instead of asking this kind of question, we can say think about step by step. Like one really good question I remember. Let's just say suppose I'm having 3 egg. Out of those 3 egg, one I broken, one I fried, one I eat. So can you tell me how many eggs I'm left with? Right. So sometimes people think you was having 3 eggs, one you broke, one you fried, one you eaten, all 3 gone. But no, I pick the first egg, I broke it to the same one, I fried to the same one, and I eat it the same one. So I eat only 1 egg, and 2 I am left with. So this is one again example that you can think of, and you can ask the chat GTP how they are giving this response. If give you this question directly, they might give you, "Ki, hey, you are left with the 0x." But if you say think step by step, they will give you are left with the 2x because 1 egg you broken, the same you fried, and the same egg you eaten. Correct or not? So that's the idea of chain of thought. What is chain of tree? As I told you, there are 3 paths: path A, B, See, try out all these things. Which is the best one? Give me the answer. That is called as this one. So basically, this is a part of RAG pattern. Cool. So now, what is the complete formula? This is the most important thing I'm giving you. I'll share this slide, this complete PPT with you. Don't worry about that. It's just a HTML file. I'll share with you. Open in any your laptop or something. You will see the same response that I'm having. So I'll say take a screenshot of this one. Everyone, take the screenshot of this one. If you are taking this screenshot, if you remember this, you are done with the prompt engineering. You are above 70% people who are using AI. You are above 70%. Trust me, you are above 70% people who are using AI in a prompt engineering. If you have this screenshot with you, you read it, you will understand why I'm telling you. The complete prompt formula is nothing but this is your go-to template of engineering problems. First step, always assign the role. Okay, you are the expert, you are a doctor, you are a senior software engineer, you are a senior chef, you are a senior instructor, you are a professor, whatever it is. Specify the role. Give the context. Hey, this is the problem, this is the task you have to do, this is a constraint, this is the data. Include whatever background it can be. That is called as a constant. Objective, okay, what you have to do, to the point, specific, that is objective. Constraint, okay, limit to o of n and uh, o of n square or n log n, whatever you are going to say, just say handle this one. Edge cases you need to handle, constraint should be there. Technique, think step by step, or you can give some example, you can give help, hey, use this algorithm. That is called as a technique. And then format, hey, written in this format. And then the reasoning, explain why, prove optimal. This kind, not necessarily you need to give all every time. It depends. Okay, hey, I need the role, I need the context, objective, constraint. This four are going to be most of the time you're going to use. But next few, or maybe the output format also, sometime it is related or sometime not needed. You can specify. But this is the best template. Think about your problem, what are these seven, you need to put it there, put all those seven, you will get the best response for sure. If you remember this template, you are better than the 70% people, or the better than the 70% prompt engineers. If you remember this template, nothing else is needed. Clear, everyone? So take a screenshot and then we can move ahead. So master this formula, master the prompt engineering. This is the idea of that one. So I'll suggest everyone, take a screenshot, take a picture, save it with you, look at every time when you are giving the prompt to the ChatGPT or any AI model. Cool. Cool. So I told you about now. So we are done with the day one for the prompt engineering. I told you about few shot learning, zero shot learning, chain of thought, chain of tree, how to give the better prompt engineering formula like context, objective, role, everything I have given. This is all about the prompt engineering. Even some of the advanced part that we covered, something called the temperature, top K, max context, and sequence, all those things are also we have covered. So this is in this workshop, whatever question you will be given, for those questions you have to think about this one. There should be clarity, clear objective should be there in your prompt. Constraint means you have to mention it, what exactly limitations are there. Hey, I want in n o of n solution, o of one space should be there, and something like that. Structure output, which type of output you wanted. I wanted a structure output for like, first I wanted the code, then the time complexity, then dry run, and then the reasoning, then induction and all, whatever it is. A problem is standing, whether you understand the problem or not properly. Then iterative redefinement. Hey, you given some task. Once that task is done, then you are again iterating. Hey, okay, the above task is done, but on the above task, can you do this? That is also done. Edge case and handle or not, optimization guidance or not. So out of these things, this is how your scoring is going to be done, whatever problem you will be getting. I'm not sure about this problem is going to be done in your like exam, or whether this will be a part of this workshop itself, but this is how the marking is going to be done. 20 marks for clarity, whether you have clearly given the prompt or not, then the clearly you have mentioned constraint or not, structure output you have mentioned or not. So this is also you can take the screenshot so that next time when you are giving your exam, you make sure you include these things to get the 100% of the marks. Cool. This is the idea. Now we are into the problem. One problem is given over here. You need to understand, you have to give this problem. This is just a problem, simple. You have to create as a prompt so that you can give to the AI model and get the output from there. So think about, this is the problem. I'll show you the solution also. Multiple ticket counters serve passenger at different speed. Find minimum time for all passenger to get the tickets. This is one problem, metro rush problem. How you are going to solve it? What you are going to do it? How you are going to specify into the prompt? This is the problem. Suppose this was the problem given to you guys. You have to solve it now. Or basically not to solve, you have to give this problem to the chat GDP or the NEI model. And now you wanted to get the best output. So how you can do that? How you can do that? You can ask like this kind of a thing. Hey, ask for the AI, like optimize this reasoning of this one, why brute force fails, search space logic, how to validate candidate. Yes, this kind of a thing is there. So this is one of the real DSA problem actually. I'll show you how you can do it. The problem solution, it should be, you are an expert of algorithm designer. Problem, n passenger k counters at kith speed. Think about this. Think about Coco eating banana challenge into the lead code. It's a similar kind of a problem is there. Yes or no? Then so find the minimum time t for subdual. You have to find the minimum number of times, so that minimum number of t times, so that all the n number of passenger can get the tickets from the counter. You have to find okay, t will be given, you have to find the speed actually, in which speed one counter should given the ticket. Key insight, it's a monotonic space. If t works, t plus 1 works. Binary search, this is how you can do it. And then search space, one max it, please check this one. Binary search to minimize complex, this k plus logarithm, this is what you wanted. This is how you can specify you are expert of designing algorithm. This is how you have to solve, and then give me the code. So this was the problem, this was the solution. Cool. What we have included, we have given some hints. Hey, this is a monotonic space, because the this is problem belong to monotonic space. Basically binary search on the answers, then check function, then brute force and pattern. Minimize, then binary search on the answer. Yeah, there it is. So this is how you can solve this. So you will be given this kind of a problem to yours in your exams. You have to write solutions similar to this. This will be your answer. This will be the question. Cool. So that's all. If there is any questions, guys, if you have anything, you can ask. Otherwise, we have one more session from 1:30 to 2:30. Remaining problems I'll discuss there, and I wanted to have a Q&A kind of a way there, so that you have a question, you can ask it. And tomorrow we'll be talking about the debugging and all. So we are done with the prompt engineering. Few things are also there. During the debugging part, I'll cover those. But more or less, the prompt engineering is this much only. Of course, few things are more there, like RAG, in the RAG, what we can do and all those things. So I'll give you the hints tomorrow. Cool. All right, everyone. If there is any problems, you can, any questions, any doubts you have, please reach out to your batch manager who is joined his laptop or something. You can ask, guys. Otherwise, we are done for the day. Not for the day, we are done for this session. The next session is going to be from 1:30 to 2:30. Cool. Is there any questions you want to ask, guys? Any questions? Nothing? Okay, cool. Cool, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's meet at 1:30. So 1:30 to 2:30, we'll be having another session. We'll continue there. Cool. Don't worry. I'll share this slide with you at the end of the day. If you still haven't taken the screenshot, I'll still suggest just take the screenshot of this one. This is the formula for the mastering prompt engineering, getting the best output from the prompt, from the AI models. Cool. Okay, everyone, thank you. Bye bye. Let's meet at 1:30.